Greyhound is directed by Schneider and written by Tom Hanks, who also stars as the main character, and this is based on the 1965 novel The Good Shepherd by C.S. Forester. And this also stars Stephen Graham, Rob Morgan, and Elisabeth Shue. And U.S. Navy Commander Ernest Krause is assigned to lead an Allied convoy across the Atlantic during World War II. His convoy, however, is pursued by German U-boats. Although this is Krause's first warline mission, he finds himself enrolled in what would come to be known as the longest, largest, and most complex naval battle in history, the Battle of Atlantic. Now, if you guys are new to this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when I go live or post videos or post in my community tab. Otherwise, if you don't hit that bell, you're not going to get every single notification. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe. All of my social media links are in the description box down below, and if you want to send money to my chime, you can do that as well. It's the same thing with fan mail. Email me or DM me. And into Greyhound, I was pretty curious because anything with Tom Hanks is a must see. You gotta go see it. And this was, of course, not only he was in the movie, but he was also writing the movie. And I do have to say, the script, he's written a script before, but this is actually his second time writing this movie. And I do have to say, from the trailer sold me on what was it going to be, but because of the pandemic and everything that's going on right now, this was originally supposed to be released in theaters by Sony, but Sony gave the rights to Apple TV, and we got it on July 10th. So, ultimately, Greyhound isn't a bad movie, but I can say I can kind of enjoy this movie, but I wanted to say love it, and I wanted to honestly like this movie. I overall enjoy and like this movie, but I didn't fully love the movie, of course. And I think the biggest problem that I do have when it comes to this movie is that the problems that I do have is that the movie, I do think the characters, we don't get a whole lot of characterization for the characters, aside from Tom Hanks' character. I felt like we could have gotten more out of his character and some of the other characters as well, like Elisabeth Shue's character and Rob Morgan and Stephen Graham. They weren't all bad in the movie. I think the acting is one of the biggest, strongest parts of the movie. That is one of the positives for this movie, is the acting. Tom Hanks always does a great job. He's been doing this for a very long time. Oscar winner and everything. The guy does a great job at being the commander and also being scared. So I do have to say, he does a phenomenal job in the movie. Stephen Graham and Rob Morgan, Elisabeth Shue, they all do a really good job. But going back to my negatives a little bit before I go back into the positives, is I do say, again, you don't get a lot of characterization on the characters. And that is, I get it with some war movies, you don't want a whole lot of character depth. Like, you're not going to get the scene in Black Hawk Down or any war film where it's like, how's my wife doing? How's my friends doing? I need to go get home to my wife and my kids after this war is over. You ain't going to get none of that. Unfortunately, here, I would have liked to have seen a little bit of that, but I still got what I wanted to get out of that. And I will also say that the biggest nitpick here is that I will say this movie is a little bit too short. This movie's only an hour and 31 minutes, and it goes by way too quickly. Way too quickly. Now, granted, you do have action going on in the movie, so I will say that the action is good for the most part. But I feel like this movie should have been at least an extra couple of minutes long, like at least 2 hours tops, for that to get to know about the characters and get to know about the situation that's going on, to really care about them in the situation that's going on here. However, like I said, there are some positives to this movie. I will say that the costume, cinematography, and production design are all really well done. The production design, the ships, and the camera work is very well done. It is very well handled on most of it. There is $50.3 million put into this, and they do a good job at having to use that budget to its advantage. The action scenes are very well done. I do love the attack and the longest battle of the Atlantic. I really do enjoy that part of the movie. That is very cool, and it was nice to see that here. And like I said, the acting on everyone's part is very well done. And as far as direction goes by Aaron Schneider, this is a long time return for him because he also directed one other movie, but he's filling a big major gap in between directing movies. So I gotta say that his direction really does help this movie get an extra boost. Also, the musical score by Neely, who's done a lot of music, especially for the Arrowverse. His musical score was really great, and I guess it is a fast-paced movie. And I will say that the special effects and the way this movie plays out, it is very well done. It is well executed. I'm not going to say it's a horribly executed film, because it's not. It's not. However, I just felt like if you would have given us more characterization, and if this movie was a little bit more longer, then I felt like this would have been best movie material instead of the kind of thing. So, yeah. With that being said, let's get into my final thoughts. So before I get into my final thoughts on Greyhound, be sure to tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think of Greyhound. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or somewhere in the middle? In between? All my social media links are in the description box down below. If you want to donate money to my channel or send fan mail, email me or DM me to do either one of those. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to get notified when I do live videos or any kind of videos, reviews, TV shows, top 10 lists, all of that. And if otherwise, you ain't gonna get every single notification. Overall, I do semi-enjoy Greyhound. The cinematography, the effects, the action scenes, and the performances and direction is what keeps this movie afloat. But I feel like if the writing for the characters was a bit more on 100% on par, which I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Tom Hanks' writing, because there is some good dialogue here. But I feel like if we got to care more about the characters more, and I feel like if this movie was an extra couple minutes longer, then I felt like this would have done it way better. This would have been a lot more entertaining, a lot more epitastic, of course. So I don't hate the film. I do enjoy it, but it is kind of a disappointing film. But I'm still gonna walk away and say you can go stream this. So I'm gonna I'm gonna give it a highly recommended, because it's now on Netflix. It's on Apple TV. Go watch it. You'll like it. You may like it. You may not. So that was my thoughts on Greyhound. Let me know what you guys think of it down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness.